Okay, what if I told you there's a hidden connection, a secret link between the broccoli on your plate, the health of your gut, and the massive global obesity crisis? Well, today we're going to dive into the surprising science that ties it all together. And when I say massive, I mean it. The numbers are just staggering. I mean, check this out. Projections show that by 2030, global obesity among women is expected to hit 21%. Men aren't far behind at 18%. This isn't just some statistic, it's a huge public health challenge that affects billions of people. It's a gigantic problem, for sure. But the science we're looking at today suggests that a really powerful ally in this fight might be hiding in plain sight. Right there in some of the most common vegetables we eat every day. So to really get a grip on the solution, we first need to understand the problem a little better. Because obesity, it's about way more than just what you see on the scale. There are these hidden or masked effects going on that cause some serious damage deep inside the body. A diet that's high in fat and low in fiber can kick off these serious issues. First up, you've got low-grade inflammation. Think of it like a quiet fire just constantly simmering inside your body. Then there's insulin resistance, which is when your body really struggles to use sugar for energy. And finally, abnormal lipid metabolism, which is just a fancy way of saying your cholesterol and fat levels are all out of whack. These are the invisible enemies driving long-term disease. All right, so with the problem laid out, let's bring in the hero of our story. It's a natural compound found in a specific family of vegetables that, let's be honest, many of us either love or maybe love to avoid. Meet Indole-3-carbinol. Yeah, it's a mouthful, so we'll just call it I3C. This is this powerful little compound that gets released when we chew and digest cruciferous vegetables. The crunch in broccoli, cauliflower, or cabbage. It's like nature's own tiny chemical factory. And the thing is, I3C isn't a lone wolf. Nope. It's part of a whole team of potent substances in these veggies, like sulforaphane and glucosinolates, which are already famous for their anti-cancer and antioxidant properties. It's basically a full-on defensive squad for your cells. So, where does our hero, I3C, do its most important work? Well, the primary battlefield is inside you, specifically in your gut microbiome. This is where the real fight for your metabolic health actually begins. Let's just walk through how an unhealthy diet basically wages war on your body. It starts by feeding the wrong kind of gut bacteria. These harmful microbes then release toxins. One of the worst offenders is called lipopolysaccharide, or LPS. You can think of LPS as tiny little inflammatory bombs that just attack the lining of your intestines. And when that lining gets breached, those toxins leak into your bloodstream, kicking off that chronic, body-wide inflammation we were just talking about. And the impact isn't subtle. It's dramatic. In studies with mice, a high-fat diet made the levels of these inflammatory LPS toxins just skyrocket. We're talking 2 to 3 times higher than in mice on a healthy diet. It's a direct sign that the gut battlefield is tipping in favor of disease. So the key takeaway here is this really stark difference between a healthy gut and an unhealthy, or what we call a dysbiotic one. On one side, you have a strong fortress, lots of helpful bacteria, and low inflammation. But on the other side, you've got a breached wall, an overgrowth of harmful bacteria, and a constant state of inflammatory alert that just messes up your entire metabolism. Okay, so we've got our battlefield and we've got our villain. It's time for our hero to finally step in. So how exactly does I3C fight back against all this? Well, I3C has a very specific target. Its main weapon is its ability to activate a protein called the aryl hydrocarbon receptor, or AHR. You can think of AHR as a master switch for the health and defense of your entire intestinal lining. So by flipping that AHR switch, I3C helps repair and reinforce the gut wall. It actually tells intestinal stem cells to create more protective cells, basically rebuilding the fortress wall and strengthening those tight junctions that keep the toxins out. It's not just patching holes, it's a full-scale renovation project for your gut. And here's a really fascinating detail. Our bodies don't actually absorb most of the I3C early on in digestion. Instead, it travels all the way down to the large intestine, where it becomes the perfect food source for our beneficial bacteria. So I3C is both the building material for your gut wall and the premium fuel for the helpful microbes living there. Pretty cool, right? And by doing all of this, repairing the gut barrier, rebalancing the microbiome, I3C helps stop that toxic leak right at the source. And this is the crucial final step. It directly turns off the alarm bells of inflammation all throughout your body, tackling those masked effects we talked about at the very beginning.
So, this whole mechanism is incredibly promising. The science is really compelling. So, where do we go from here? What's the future for I3C as a potential tool in our health arsenal?
Now, we gotta be clear here. While the evidence from animal studies is really strong and the biological pathways totally make sense, we still need more research to fully understand how I3C supplementation directly impacts obesity in humans. We're really at the exciting frontier of this whole discovery. But the core takeaway, and this quote from the research just nails it, is that these compounds from our vegetables play a vital role. They act as modulators or regulators of our gut microbiome, and that is a major lever for influencing our overall health.
And that leaves us with a final and pretty empowering thought. The science is showing us more and more that what we choose to put on our plate isn't just fuel. With compounds like I3C in the mix, our food has the potential to be a powerful daily form of medicine that can literally shape the very foundation of our health.